Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware, the place to go on Long Island to get everything you need to make your yard looking like a palace. They've got mulch and plenty of it because they make it there, so they never run out. They have the best prices in town, certainly better prices than some of the big box stores. 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, 631-756-1125 is the telephone number, and you can see the mulch pile is huge in all sorts of colors, so you can have your choice. I'm particularly partial to the red mulch, and the website is omnitruevalue.com. Hey, it's finally here. We've got a good week of weather ahead of us as we take a look at the satellite loop. There are clouds out to the west and down into our southwest. Particularly, you see the blow up of showers and thunderstorms already occurring in Texas and parts of the western Gulf Coast. This is where a lot of the action is going to be this week because of the way the upper pattern is set up. And we're in the sweet spot with all the action happening near the middle. The eastern part of the United States is going to be in very good shape. We do have some high clouds to our south and west, some of the blow off from what's going on in the middle of the country, but that's all it will really be. And we'll also just have to watch for the possibility. If you look on the last few frames of the loop, just like we've seen the last few days, you start to see a few instability clouds pop up. There's always the chance today that there could be an isolated shower or thunderstorm that pops up during the afternoon and evening, mainly in inland areas. This will not be a factor along the coast. Now, you check out the radar at the moment, and you'll see where all the showers and storms are. And much of the eastern two-thirds of Texas and on up into Oklahoma they're going to be getting a ton of rain from the way the weather pattern is set up, because this is just going to be sitting here all week. And again, here in the east, up and down the East Coast, again, other than those isolated showers or storms that pop up, there are no real issues. The Storm Prediction Center is going to be busy today. A moderate risk of severe thunderstorms there in parts of West Texas, with the enhanced area expanded further east. Marginal risk reaching into parts of Louisiana, Arkansas, southwest Missouri, and then on up into Kansas and Colorado. You also see in the northeast that little area here in inland upstate New York and through New England. Again, that's where we could see an isolated shower or thunderstorm today, but nothing severe. And over the next couple of days, with respect to severe weather, it's going to shift a little bit to the east for tomorrow, more in the eastern part of Texas with the marginal risk further north. We'll probably see this area get expanded a little bit. And then on to the day 3, which is Wednesday into Thursday. Again, it's all going to be in the southern plains and points northward. In the east, bone dry from Maine all the way down south into Florida. Take a look at WPC, the rainfall forecast for the next 7 days. Many areas from Pennsylvania and southern New Jersey southward down into Georgia and northern Florida won't see a drop of rain for the next 7 days. What you're seeing up to the north in New England, this is due to whatever scattered activities going on now. And then late this week and this coming weekend, there will be a couple of weak cold fronts coming down that might trigger off a shower or storm as they go by. But they will be concentrated toward that part at the end of the week and going into the weekend. And I'll explain that in a moment and how that plays out. In the meantime, for today, we're looking at high temperatures from northeast Virginia on up into New England, mostly in the middle, and maybe even some upper 70s to near 80 as you move up into northern Connecticut and on up into parts of Massachusetts. Temperatures are actually fairly uniform here. And then we're going to start to really juice things up as far as the temperatures are concerned. This is also a time and a setup where we could wind up finishing higher than what's being forecast by weather models and from the local weather service offices, and we could break these numbers by several degrees. They're going upper 70s and lower 80s. We probably could see temperatures edge closer to the lower 80s than in the upper 70s for Tuesday. And this will also be a situation, now that the ocean water temperatures have warmed up, that the sea breeze will be really confined mostly to the immediate coastal areas of Long Island, southern New England, and the New Jersey shore. So the areas just inland of the coast We'll be warming up to the upper 70s to near 80 on Tuesday. Wednesday, it was going to be very warm to downright hot. We're looking at middle to upper 80s. I think there could be a few places that will get close to 90 degrees both Wednesday and on Thursday. Thursday, a little bit more of a sea breeze at the coast, but still pretty warm once you're inland. Then on Friday, this is where we start to get these little weak upper troughs that'll be coming through, dying cold fronts really. One that comes through Thursday night. There might be a shower or a thunderstorm with that, but then we'll go to very warm, partly sunny skies for Friday, and also for Saturday, same thing, maybe be a shower or thunderstorm. Temperatures Saturday could be well up into the 80s to around 90 degrees, and we're going to continue the warm weather right into Sunday. One thing important to point out with all this warming, humidity levels will be low pretty much all week long, certainly through Friday. We're looking at dew points that will probably be no higher than the low and mid 50s, and that is comfortable. This is not going to evolve into some very warm, some one of these very warm and humid messes that you get during the summertime. We'll take a look at the upper air here, and you can see this very strong upper ridge building in the eastern part of the United States, and it only gets stronger as the week goes on, reaching peak strength on Friday. And because the center of that high is so far west, it winds up eventually centering itself up over Tennessee and Kentucky. This flow here in the upper air is from the northwest or even north, and that actually guarantees the fact that the dew points are going to be on the low side. You get downsloping, that air actually heats up as it downslopes from the mountains in upstate New York and in central Pennsylvania, and that helps to boost the temperatures up, and it also helps to keep the dew points low. As we move through the weekend and into next week, that high migrates westward and starts to weaken a bit. Actually, it holds its own as it moves more toward the lower Mississippi Valley. So here we go into next week. We start to get into a bit more of a northwest flow. So that might allow for a couple of weak cold fronts to come through. But I don't really see any kind of doom and gloom type weather scenario setting up in the medium and long range. At least that's the way it looks at the moment. Although it might cool down just a little bit into early next week, it'll still mean that we'll probably have above normal temperatures. So you've got some great weather here to do things outdoors. Take advantage of it. Weather in 5 brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, 631-756-1125 for the best prices in town, omnitruevalue.com. Also brought to you by Wholesale Holiday Lighting by Giannini, your complete holiday lighting specialist, meeting all your decorating needs. Also on Long Island and a local business at 162 Ocean Avenue in Lindenhurst, 631-957-5106. liholidaylighting.com is the website. Whether you want your home decorated or maybe you want to do this as a business come holiday time like Halloween and certainly for Christmas. The Joe and Joe Weather Show tonight will be at 8:30 Eastern Time as opposed to the usual 7:30 Eastern Time. This is to accommodate Joe Rayo, who's going to be doing library talks over the next 3 nights. So tonight, Tuesday night, and Wednesday night, the Joe and Joe Show will be at 8:30 Eastern Time as opposed to 7:30 Eastern Time. Have a great day. We will hopefully see you tonight.